for kicks to Villanueva. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Dishes it to Hardaway. To the middle. There's the pick. Pass to Schroeder. The three. Morris with the rebound. And now in transition is Thornton. Here we go.
And really, these teams don't even look like they belong on the same court today.
I don't think they do, based on what we've seen, a double-digit lead, and we're still in the first. Ouch, that's painful.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Suns ahead as they wrap up the first quarter on a 15-6 run. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And a chance now to hear from Paul Millsap talking about the confidence of his team. Greg, it's got to be more than just attitude, right? I mean, ultimately, don't you have to have guys step up and produce in some cases or even overproduce?
You do, but really it is about attitude and confidence. I mean, those are the two elements that if you bring to the table, you really will have a chance to beat anyone. And so don't discount that attitude when you're on a roll. They call it getting your swag on today. Back in the day, it was called having your mojo working. Right. So same thing, and you can ride that for quite a ways.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And for the Suns, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
Excellent hustle, and you know the coach has to be pleased with that effort at the defensive end.
On the court for the Suns, Bledsoe is out there with Thornton. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. Then there's Tyler Hansbrough. And it's Morris in at the center position. Horford, no luck.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
That's his first personal foul.
The Suns shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Taking 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for it.
There's nothing to do. Matter of fact, it's not called life. It's mine. Life want to be like it. Things you never did a day in your life.
And Eric Bledsoe drops them both.
Envy.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Thunder was just a man on a mission. He had 35 points and, as always, piling up rebound after rebound as well. It was just a fantastic outing for him, and really there wasn't any way to prevent him from taking over the game. Fun to watch, Kevin.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, I thought was truly incredible.
Unreal. I mean, he was literally on another planet in that game. He did it all on the floor.
What's interesting to me, guys, is to see how much energy he's able to play with here tonight. I mean, his legs still have to be a little heavy from that last game.
And here's Bledsoe. He picked up 27 points in their last win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And he also was a table setter in that game, Kevin. Just an amazing job with his passing. Just a joy to watch that one.
The Hawks trail by 11. Now here's Schroeder. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Passes it to Shumpert to the right side. Fires the three. Atlanta gets it back. Here's Millsap, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's going to be on Freak.
Millsap playing well. He has 8 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
Teague, he's checked in for Atlanta. Brandon Knight, he's checked in for Phoenix. And so Paul Millsap nails both of them. Suns leading by 9. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Bledsoe right side. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. That's 7 points for Eric Bledsoe.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Your feet end up at.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to transition points. Make the defense move, and let's pass up a good shot for a great shot. Let the game come to you. We're forcing the issue too much.
Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. The Suns number 1.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over and are really running right now.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Kicks it to Cephalosha.
That's the warranty about.
Down low. Nice D from Freak.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Knight dishes to Freak. And stolen by Horford. Here's Shumpert. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Milwaukee. And the basket by Horford.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Millsap with the steal. Teague against Knight. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The Hawks have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line. Boy, it's been a nightmare at the line for him. He keeps finding himself back at that free throw line over and over again.
The Suns making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Porter kicks to Freak. They double him with Horford. Livingston the pass to Chandler. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Suns have been good at the free throw line in this one. 7-8. That free throw missing.
You won't win. You got to do it with my eyes. Tacit knowledge.
And the second free throw, good. The Hawks trail by 10. Outside Teague. To the middle. And it's Millsap. That time on the assist by Teague. Teague's got 3 assists now in this one. The Suns have gone 3.
My hair. About my childhood. Never prosper. Like, are we even still together anymore? I'm gonna start. History. Tumors. Proof. Critical regions. Never prosper. Can't last. The game can't last. Uncle Sam. The sun gets hotter. Y'all kept using that excuse so long. You don't exist. Like I'm against it. Get along with each other. I'll be around.
3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Knight kicks to Bledsoe. And the pass to Livingston. The dish to Chandler. Out tonight. Down low. The jump hook, and again, it's the Suns missing. Hawks have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Outside Teague. Here's Cephalosha. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap.
Knight dishes to Freak. And stolen by Horford. And here we go with Horford running up the court. A nice shot by Teague.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Phoenix leading by 4. At the elbow, it's Freak. Pass to Knight. And there's the whistle.
Touch that piece. They're playing the game. guilty and I wasn't, leave the game. Real Grand can't keep visiting Woodbine. That's not what happened. Revisit. Messing with my contraband.
Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Jeff T. He's been more than solid over the last month. He's averaging 15 points a game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
You know, the scheme just seems to run much more smoothly when he's in the game because he knows where everybody is at all times.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. The Hawks trail by 5. Picked by Horford. Shumpert passes to Horford. Outside Teague. Back to Horford. Lets it go from 11. Can't get it to go. So Phoenix will take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. And they're in the thick of this long road run. That's the 3rd of 7 straight on the road.
Okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going. Your very own Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
A brief check now of the stats for Bledsoe. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. First in assist, and he's right there among the most.
Shumpert against Bledsoe. Here's Millsap. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Greg, simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
They set the pick. Pick by Horford. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Livingston. Freak's got 7 rebounds in the game. Shumpert with the steal. Outside Teague. Outside for Millsap. The Hawks again can't hit.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's Freak. Out tonight. Now the feed to Porter. Chandler dishes to Freak. And the layup falls.
Let's go.
Freak's got 14 points.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Absolutely.
Picked by Horford. And Teague, here we go. Here's Shumpert. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got his 5th assist in this one.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Quit being so soft.
What?
For a different look here. Muscala, he's checked in for Horford. Villanueva comes in for Paul Millsap. Jerebko's checked in for Cephalosha. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Shumpert. Phoenix also making some changes. Alex Len's checked in for Livingston. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Eric Bledsoe. Chandler a screen. And Tucker kicks to Porter. From the baseline. Rebound by Muscala.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Teague. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Teague's got 10 points.
What a drive there. It didn't bother him at all to have a much taller defender hanging all over him.
Here's Len. Good. And the Suns lead by 9.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
For Phoenix, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Porter passes tonight.
All right, just remember the pass, man. See the rules.
You know what? Great D that time from Teague. Len has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And yes, sir, that one drops.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
I am making sense of everything.
Free throw good, Teague. Suns leading by 4. Outside Knight.
Stop being all the way live. Know what you're not crabbing.
And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
Me changing for my property.
Atlanta making a switch here.
That don't play. Stuff costs money, and I gotta protect it.
And it's the Suns with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
What it ain't.
Didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Y'all don't even know me.
The Hawks trail by 6. To the paint. Here's Hardaway. Great pass to set up the.
See, that's what I curse for. Ain't got nothing to do with y'all. I keep bringing the pass up to me. holy. I'm about to get an eviction notice. Differences. You slept with her. Sleep with her? I think I'm telling her father figure.
Introducing the Lone Ranger and Kimo Sabi. The horses are big, the 10-gallon tracks. The hood cowboys with the 10-gallon raps. Racking ACG boots and baseball caps. I agree, this ain't a simulation of the doo-doo. This is the shot said to get used to. Gangstar foundation to treat. We branched off, shine. I just waited our chance to blast off. Year rounds in possession of Black Poet, Nick Khalil, the NYGs. I'm making diamonds out of pressure. My pipes are intact. Don't believe me? Ask your boy in the back to the track. These recordings be important and responsible.
They call you a master. No gimmicks.
What's that on that beat?
Pass the test. My baby's born.
we would walk on the sidewalk. Innocent, remember, all we did was care for each other. But the night was warm, we were bold and young. All around, the wind blows, we would only hold on to let go. But guess, we need someone to lean on. But guess, all we need is somebody to lean on. But guess, we need someone to lean on. But guess, all we need is somebody to lean on. What will we do when we get old? Will we walk down the same road? Will you be there by my side, standing strong as the waves roll over? The nights are long, longing for you to come home. All around, the wind blows, we would only hold on to let go. But guess, we need someone to lean on. But guess, all we need is somebody to lean on. But guess, we need someone to lean on.
I can hear. Oh no.
All we need is somebody to lean on.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Stop helping.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Our game tonight featuring the New York Knicks as they go up against the Celtics out in Boston. Well, for Boston, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And Carmelo, prior to last season making the choice to stay in New York, what do you think, Shaq, of that decision?
You know, he went with his heart. He wanted to stay in New York. You know, it's hard. It's hard to evaluate after having to shut it down due to injury, but you know, hopefully he's worked out in the summer. Hopefully he's coming back with a better focus, and hopefully he wants to get back on top. Because there was a time in the league where Carmelo's name had to be mentioned. It's kind of slipped away, but hopefully he'll get that back.
Yeah, he was the guy. You know, he's the leader of the Knicks. He still is that leader, and we'll see if his decision that what he made 2 years ago starts to pan out this year.
What do you say we head to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip?
At point, 6 feet 4 inches, number 36, Marcus Smart. Starting at small forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 11, Evan Turner. The big man, 7 feet, number 44, Tyler Zeller. The other forward position, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 42, David Lee. At guard, 6'2" from Texas, number 0, Avery Bradley. Your head coach is Brad Stevens. Let's hear it for your Boston Celtics.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. This Boston crowd ready to roar in this Eastern Conference matchup for the Celtics. It'll be the Celtics off the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court for the Knicks. Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then there's Robin Lopez. Then there's Aflalo. And it's Galloway in at the point guard position.
And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. And Boston has possession. Pick by Zeller. Smart kicks to Lee. It's Bradley on the wing. 6 to shoot from 11 feet away, and he gets it to go. Bradley's got the opening field goal of the game for the Celtics. Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and he'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call. Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Here's Galloway. Back to Anthony. Cannot hit. Bradley with some nice D. Now here's Smart. He's covered closely. Picked by Lee. Knocks it loose. Nice shot by Smart.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Here's Galloway. Lopez a screen. Galloway the pass to Aflalo. New York no good that time either.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Smart with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. Lee sets a screen for Smart. Turner dishes to Lee. Back to Turner. Picked by Zeller. 4 on the clock. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound Celtics. Smart kicks to Turner. Here's Galloway. From deep three-point range. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Celtics lead by 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
New York trailing. The big men are Sullinger and Olynyk. Thomas is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Jerebko in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Well, if you name an offensive stat category, the Knicks last season probably last in that category. All-around problems, Greg, for them scoring the ball.
Yeah, we may have to give them a new nickname, last. How about last in fast break points, last in points in the paint, last in points per game, and then throw in bottom 3 in shooting percentage, and that spells abysmal.
New York with the ball. Grant outside. Clock at 4. Over in the corner, Williams. New York needs to get off a shot. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. New York shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And he can't get the first one. It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all season, but give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
He hits the second from the line.
You know, for the Celtics, the actual playoff series didn't go well. They got swept by the Cavaliers, but most people will remember the injuries from the series more than the play, and the Celtics have a bright future, no doubt.
Now, here's Thomas. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Grant the pass to O'Quinn. Now, here's Calderon. Not a lot of room. Shot clock at 6. Williams with a clean look, and that comes off the assist by Calderon.
Well, listen, it was a forgettable series for Celtics fans. However, the Celtics' young core were able to experience postseason basketball. That's something that you can really never replicate. I'm sure they'll be hungry for more of it, and credit Brad Stevens on a terrific job.
Boston making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Boston trailing. And here is Thomas. Sullinger a screen on Grant. Left side Thomas. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
Bad time for these defenders to be standing around watching. Not while the ball's in his hands.
Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Boston. And a new group in for the Knicks. Zinkis, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Anthony comes in for Williams. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Jose Calderon. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Grant. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Here's Galloway, and he gets it to go. Galloway has got the lead up to 1 now for New York. Now here's Thomas. He's guarded closely. Stolen. Here's Porzingis. Crowder with the steal. Bradley against the Aflalo. And it's Bradley off the drive. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game.
It's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for the Celtics. Turner comes in for Jay Crowder. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Lopez, he's checked in for Kevin Serafin. Right side, Thomas goes up the baseline. Boston again missing. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Anthony's shot is off. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Now Bradley. Outside Thomas. And the shot is good. Thomas got 4 points in the quarter.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Boston on top. They're up by 1. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Carmelo, I know that Coach has stressed communication on the basketball court. How has that impacted tonight's performance?
It's working right now. We got to fine-tune some things out there in the game, a couple minor mistakes, but we'll be all right. I feel good about tonight.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, you expect the home team to take care of business, and they have. They didn't play flawlessly, but they held their own. Now we get to see the true test in the second half.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Reminds me of me at the free throw line. They had a rough half of shooting, under 35%. Some of that was great defense, but a lot of it was poor shot selection. They've got to revise the game plan, get guys open for higher quality looks. And the shooters need to go out and execute. Man, come on.
That wraps it up for halftime as the game is just about to get going again in the third quarter. We will see you later.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. And New York looking at who they've got. Robin Lopez out there with Porzingis. Then there's Aflalo. Then it's Anthony. And it's Galloway in at the 1. It's Anthony with the drive. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away. It's hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar at this point in his career. And I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
New York trailing.
Sorry.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Carmelo Anthony, the 3rd pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh. You know, all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
And back to Melo's top 5 draft mates in 2003, all having rings. You can't choose the team you play for as a rookie. Melo simply hasn't been surrounded by that much talent. That's why it was somewhat surprising that he re-signed with the rebuilding Knicks team last season.
And he can't hit the second.
Hey, guys, talking about Melo, I mean, he's faced some difficult injuries here of late. That puts all the more pressure on him to win a ring as soon as possible. No way does he want to retire without that chance.
Now here's Anthony. After the miss from David Lee, the drive by Anthony to the middle. Got a piece of it. Turner with the steal. Now here's Smart. He's tightly guarded. Bradley against the Aflalo. The pass to Smart. Clock at 6. And too long on the shot.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Here's Anthony. And Boston with the rebound. 1:16 left in the third. There's the feed to Smart. Zeller setting the pick for Bradley. The dish to Zeller. His first shot coming late. Connects. The jumper drops. There's a minute left in the third quarter. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And a new group in for the Knicks. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Lopez. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Porzingis. Jose Calderon, he's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Grant in for Langston Galloway. .56 seconds left to play in the third. O'Quinn with it. And it's Anthony top of the key. 5 to shoot. And he uses the glass on the layup. Anthony's got 4 this quarter.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Thomas kicks to Sullinger. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Sullinger's got the lead up to 3 now for the Celtics. Grant with the ball. Now Thomas defending. Pass to Calderon. Here's Serafin. Crowder pulls it in.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Now here's Thomas. Pass to Crowder. There's the pick. And it's Boston with another.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Celtics leading by 5. David Lee is out there with Olynyk. Then it's Thomas. Then there's Smart, and it's Turner in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Now here's Thomas. Back to Lee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Olynyk with the basket on the assist from David Lee. Olynyk's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Celtics. Galloway kicks to Anthony. Lee with the block. Aflalo dishes to Calderon. Second shot opportunity. No luck. Now Boston takes it the other way. Thomas passes to Smart. Screen by Lee. Back to Thomas. Pass to Lee. Lopez with the block. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Boston making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. Porzingis, he's checked in for New York. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. 3 on the clock. Here's Olynyk. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Derek Fisher was giving to his team. He actually lit into them pretty heavily, saying, "We're being way too soft on the inside. I'd better start to see some toughness and more shots being challenged. No more easy baskets." Pretty strong words, guys.
Lopez, a screen on Turner. Anthony drives in. Used that pick to get in close.
Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
Outside Bradley. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Smart. Launches a three. And the rebound goes to Lopez. It's Anthony with the drive. And the rebound goes to David Lee.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now here's Bradley. Takes the 13-footer. Rebound by Anthony.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
There's 42 seconds left in the game. It falls! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And that's an intentional foul. Isaiah Thomas, he's checked in for Marcus Smart.
Substitution. Isaiah Thomas.
.40 seconds left in the fourth. So it's Boston now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And here they go. Here's Galloway. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3.
We could have been looking at a 2-possession game, but that was a huge mistake on the turnover. Now nerves and tightness become a factor.
And it's becoming a battle of will right now. This is as good a game as we could have hoped for.
So it's New York with it. It's a 3-point game. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And thanks to his good work at the line there, now we have a 2-possession ball game.
.19 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Anthony. New York, no good that time either. And that's an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Celtics, Isaiah Thomas will be at the line shooting 2.
Drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
The three from Aflalo. Cannot hit. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, and they got pushed down the stretch, but they did what they needed to do and held their ground when it mattered most and got the W.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson again, folks, alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Time now to take a quick peek at our Jordan Player of the Game.
He went about his business tonight so efficiently on the offensive end. It was very savvy. It was a heads-up performance. It seemed like he had his hand on about every single basket, from scoring to assist.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
Accountability.
Simple. Huge.
Truth. story? What's your heart? Sunday school? What's next to that? Force. I'm gonna fuck with him like that. My brain, death. Fuck out of here. Like I got brothers that's that important to me. That they gonna damage my brain cells because of what they ain't got to do with life. You die. It's about something that you die. Living off my brain. Your whole biology test has been failed. You'll never make it. Death. fruits. Prolific. Grand Theft Auto. Easy. Turbo. Facebook. Joe. About Jamie's entire brain. Rapping. Critical regions and critical angles. Envy. The past. Not if somebody's sister. Why don't you say something to her? which has something to do with their flesh.
At your fingertips, the next generation of